Hi everyone. As part of a role of a psychotherapist is that I see people who are often have very, very difficult times in their lives. So many adversity situations. I've worked with people who've suffered rape or trauma or very poor ill health or had a terrible accident which has sort of left them in terrible pain and not using their bodies as they used to be. So overcoming adversity, I thought would be a very good topic for tonight. And one of my favourite CBT practitioners and authors is a man called Dr. Sterling Morey, and some of this information comes from his work. So thank you, Dr. Sterling Morey, for your amazing work and your research. So some of the key points are that sometimes we just have to accept that suffering is part of life. Bad things happen. Life is difficult. Life is challenging, and sometimes who gave us the belief that this sort of story, fairy story, that like we're going to skip through life. It's not like that. Adversity happens. We have to sometimes go through difficult times, and just kind of saying, well, that is life. Okay, accepting it. Also, the way we interpret situations affects our feelings. So, for example, if we negatively interpret situations, sort of say, bad things always happen to me, it's my fault, why does everybody hate me? I'm never ever going to get better again. Can you hear how those thoughts, the interpretation of those thoughts, can make you feel so much worse, so much more down, so much more low, so much more hopeless? So really look at whatever happens to us, how we interpret it. And if we interpret things negatively and with a kind of victim mentality, then we can just make ourselves feel so much worse, so much more depressed as well. So following on for that, a very good goal to have is just to develop hope. Hope you haven't got there yet, you haven't succeeded yet, but there's a willingness to believe that there is something better in the future. Not to give up, not to despair, to actually keep going forward, thinking things might get better, I can work at this, I can get better. Have that as a goal. Have hope as a therapeutic goal that I'm willing to work on myself and get better. The other thing which is really, really important is to always focus on your personal meaning of your life's journey. Why are we here? What's your purpose? What makes you get up in the morning and carry on? And this is a very, very deep question, but I think it's a really important question. We keep on asking ourselves, what is our purpose? What is our reason why? And if you've got a good purpose and a big reason why, one of my big purposes in life is to help more people with mental health education around the world. I want to have a big purpose. I want to reach more people. I want to have a big meaning because it actually gets me up every day and makes me work harder to help you and to serve you and to make a difference in people's lives. So have a big reason why. Create one and celebrate it every day. Put it on posters, have pictures. The reason why is so important. The next one is to learn to be kind to yourself. Often when we have terrible situations to ourselves, we feel a tremendous sense of shame or guilt. I work with so many people who just have got so much shame about their lives, how they feel diminished at what's happened to them, how they feel ashamed as though it's somehow their fault. And 99.99999%, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. These things happen to people. You haven't done anything wrong. It's that life can be difficult at times. So learn some compassion-focused therapy. Develop a kind, warm voice, an inner voice, a voice to encourage yourself to say, I can do this. I'm going to recover. I'm going to move forward step by step, and I'm going to carry on my life's journey. So be kind to yourself. As well as being kind to yourself, the next thing is to actually follow that with action. Okay. Actually start to get good at doing things. You don't always feel like doing things. Sometimes it's the last thing you want to do is to call that person or write that email or something. You're tired, you're exhausted, you're embarrassed, you're ashamed, you don't want to do it. But that's when the action has to happen. That's when the action is good. Okay, so write down your actions, even if it's one small thing every day, even if it is going out to the garden to get 5 minutes of fresh air, just taking in the world. Even if it's that small, start taking those steps. Try to get a regular routine together so that every single day you have an action. Even if it's the same action every day, you're moving forward. And what happens when you actually start to get more activated, you create dopamine, which is a natural high as well. So you feel a sense of satisfaction and reward for actually getting out there and doing things. Your body feels different. It feels good. Okay, so think about, write down, what is the one small thing I can do today? What's the most important thing I need to do today to actually get a feeling of achievement or result in my life? Another thing to do is to challenge negative thoughts. As I said before earlier, we develop thoughts like, why me? This is impossible. I've lost everything. My life is never going to be the same again. I can't cope. I can't do this. It's really important we actually look at those thoughts and think, no, stop that right now. Put a stop to that. Okay, I am choosing not to think that anymore, not that way. Okay, I am choosing to say to myself, I can do this with conviction, with determination. I can do this. So many people have given up on their lives. And what good does that do? It doesn't help anyone. So many people have terrible adversity situations. And this is the time for you to say, whatever happens, I need to live the life that is important to me. I need to own my life. I need to go forward in my life. I need to learn to cope. Keep telling yourself that. Keep reframing the negatives. Okay? Another top tip is, what happens to make us depressed is we focus on all the bad things in our life and we believe all the bad things are going to happen. Anxiety is when you actually think of all the bad things going to happen in the future as well. So what if this happens? What if that happens? What if it happens? What if that happens when my past was so bad? So you're either living all your time in the past, ruminating about the past mistakes, which is more depression, or you're catastrophizing about the future, which is more anxiety. So really top tip here is to be present, right in the here and now. Those voices are going to come and go. The old mind's going chitter chatter, negative. Okay, but just stay in the present. Think of things to focus on. It works really well if you find things which are interesting or beautiful or colourful. Just spend some time just going out in nature, going to see some garden or some flowers or something like that, and just look at the beauty of nature. That's one of the things that I talk about a lot. But just notice how nature struggles to survive. If nature can struggle to survive, then so can we. We don't have to give in to our adversity, our struggles. Okay, so just go and focus on something beautiful. Just be more present. Be in the present. And sometimes just doing daily chores in the presence is a great way of practicing this as well. So say if you're doing some washing up or you're doing some cooking, okay, just focus on that task at the time, and you're focusing on your mind being present so it doesn't wander off to all this negativity in your past or fear of the future. So that's what mindfulness is as well. And not everything is bad. Sometimes somebody was telling me, even though she had a terrible childhood full of assaults and abuse and everything like that, she actually said to me, which I thought was so beautiful, she said, actually, I think I've learned something from this. I think I've learned to relate to more people. I've had to work on myself more. I think I've got more emotional intelligence. I'm more mature from what's been through to me. I can empathise more with people and their suffering. I'm more relatable. And so this person came up with so many positives after this terrible, terrible childhood she had. And I just thought, that is amazing. What an amazing reframe. What an amazing turnaround. She'd actually built some resilience into her life. She'd bounced back. Okay, so really focus on resilience. What can I do to bounce back? I just need to tell myself, I can do this. I'm strong. I'm courageous. Sometimes you need a lot of courage to go out there and face the world when you feel sad or diminished or shamed or embarrassed. It takes more effort to get out there. But the more you get out there, the more you share your story, the more you share what you've learned, you can inspire other people. And I've noticed some people who've gone through terrible adversity are just so inspirational. And I just hold my hat out to them. I think, wow, you are amazing as well. So remember that growth can follow tragedy. Sometimes we can learn lessons in the ways that we never thought we could actually learn lessons. Just actually say, sod it, my life was sort of nothing wrong with it, but it was full of trivia. Now I have some real deep issues that I need to deal with. Okay, but I'm going to dig deep. I'm going to find my reason why. I'm going to find my courage. I refuse to feel shame. I'm going to get out there and I'm going to do what I'm meant to do with my life. So I hope you find that inspiring, inspirational. Okay, I hope you find that inspirational, and just go out there, whatever stage of life you're at, whether you think you've got all these things going on which are stopping you, it's excusiitis. Find a reason why. Have a big goal. Go out there. Be brave. Be inspired and inspire others. If you want to know more about me and my work, my website is called wendycastellino.com. It's got lots of free resources on there, lots of blogs. Thank you very much. It's got meditations and lots of top tips. So I really hope you find that useful, and I look forward to seeing you again. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.